Um, and yeah, I kind of feel
Forms.
forms. Yeah. So yeah, I kind of feel like this specific project. I don't know what you think, Carlos. It's pretty intuitive. Like, I think it's just important to understand, you know, HTML forms is a way you interact with users. They input their information, and you can, you know, something when someone clicks submit, it can go to a server. I mean, I feel like we're gonna have better examples like of that when we do the to-do list project, how to grab the value of something, and we're gonna have opportunities to like practice interacting with all that, and you'll learn how to connect the function to it. So um, yeah, I I don't know. I feel kind of weird about this one, Carlos. Anything for you to point out? I feel like it's and even the project. The only challenging part really is just getting the format right and using Bootstrap
Yeah,
Grid.
the form, yeah, in the shape of rows and columns. Yes, because
Yeah,
every
it's like
input has different sizes. For
yeah,
example, if
it's
you
not even
consider a
really about
number or names,
yeah,
that's
it's
the
not
only big
even so
part.
much about using forms and how to interact with them. Which and then I think that's okay because we're gonna, like I said, we're gonna have opportunity to work on that. So have people read through the or skimmed through the HTML form module?
Yeah.
Okay, some of us have. I think I can just go over that briefly, and we're mostly gonna get right through it. I think. So let's see here. So yeah, the main thing is you have these different kinds of inputs. So you can put input, type, and then there's different types. Text is kind of straightforward. Text like you would think. Type password makes it so when you put in the type the password, it's like you can't see what you're typing. Radio is when you can choose one thing or another. Checkbox, input type file. You can upload a file. There's input type date that will get like a date checker. Um, and yeah, I mean, well, let's and any questions about this thing? Get versus post. Get is when you get information from a database. Post is when you put it in a database. I think a lot of this is very straightforward for me. Here's my twin I was just looking at.
Oh.
Wow, you do look like him.
Oh yeah, so, yeah. Check this out. Isn't that
Yeah.
crazy?
Oh, wow.
Like y'all thought I was like exaggerating, but that's me. Like,
Yeah, it is.
and it's so funny because he totally doesn't look like me when he had hair, but like my hair, my lineup was more crisp than his, I would say. But um, anyway, yeah. So I should change my GitHub name to John Cryer. Anyway, so let's see where we're at. This thing. So like our little playground we've been using. I am kind of curious if we can inspect an input, and I want to see if something's in there. So yeah, I'm kind of assuming here, but for people who read the module, was it pretty straightforward? Any like questions or something?
It seemed straightforward, like, while I was reading it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it seemed pretty straightforward to me too.
Cool. Input type text. This is a self-closing tag. So normally we're used to doing like, you know, button and there's like another closing one like that. But input, you just, the last caret, you put a slash like that. That's something different. You look at password, look at date. Some quick examples. Okay, they're up there. Let's see. So I was kind of curious. Well, I guess it won't show it to us. I don't think it will actually. Without doing some JavaScript, and I don't want to take you guys down that right now, really. Ask AI? What? What is this? There's like a right-click AI thing now. Turn on AI
Yes.
settings to help to get understanding. Interesting. It's like in the Google Chrome browser. Yeah, never mind. Well, here's the password one is here, and it's like that. Could Google how to get rid of that date picker like that. But yeah, so I don't think we need to waste time with my stand-up monologue for this class. Yeah, it's kind of a weird module because, like we said, the project, the hard part is just figuring how to space everything correctly. So it's just kind of extra practice with the Bootstrap grid system, honestly. And you happen to be putting HTML forms in there, but we're not really gonna because to interact with those, you usually use JavaScript, and we're gonna have opportunities for that later. So yeah, any questions about the Bootstrap grid system? Can we get a reminder? Somebody, well, what does that mean? Like the rows and the columns and all that. Maybe we could like look that up before we start the project, because we were definitely gonna, we don't need to, but I think it makes sense to use it for this project.
It's based off of 12. Is that what you mean? Like the page?
Exactly. Yep.
And just depending the size you want, you use like 2, 3, 4, etc.
Exactly right.
For the columns, right? The rows. Yeah, the rows are the. I always get that confused.
I always did too. Trust me. Yeah, but I thought of like buildings. When you see buildings, they have like those columns, like in Washington DC. So that means columns are like
the long way. Okay.
The long way. And then rows are straight across.
That's a good way to remember it.
Yeah, until I realized that, I would always go back and forth. Wait, is it a row? Yeah. So any questions about that stuff? If you hearing us talk about this and you're like, what are y'all talking about? This would be a nice time to ask for a review and we can dig into it a little bit.
Mm.
All right, cool. So yeah, I guess we can start the project. We can split up half and half like we've been doing. And has anyone done the project already?
Started it.
You started it?
Documents. Yeah.
Okay.
Me
All
too.
right, cool. You too. All right. Alrighty then. So I'll set up some breakout rooms. So we'll have 2 breakout rooms. I'll shuffle it. Why is it doing that? So I got 3 in here, 8 in there. So all right. So 4. Five, 6. I think that's good. All right.